I was running the other day and I had this epiphany come into my head, and it was, your mindset is your only limiting factor to success. And that really resonated with me, and I really wanted to create a video today sharing that message and showing some examples where my mindset ultimately didn't lead to success and how other people's mindset isn't setting them up for success. How many of you guys have talked to your friends or whatever about mindset? I know I've never talked to my mates about mindset, and I think it's literally one of the most important factors to success. And no disrespect to my mates or whatever, but we just don't talk about that. And I just think it's really interesting that if I'm gonna have to seek this out for myself, I think it's really important that I get my mindset right and you guys get your mindset right for success. If you're able to build your mindset up, then you will be successful, regardless in any field you want to be successful in. If you have the correct mindset and you back yourself, you will be successful. As simple as that. I will use an example of a mindset I thought like just a couple years ago, and it's really disappointing that I had this limiting mindset, and I kind of regret it as a whole thing and my mindset. And now I'm able to reflect on it and realize that it was stupid, and if I act like that in the future, I'm not going to be successful. Now, this might be really obvious to some people that your mindset needs to set you up for success, you need to back yourself, etc. But a lot of people don't really think like this. And I'll be honest, I don't always think like this or whatever. I didn't used to always think like this. Some things I'd be like, oh, well, yeah, I back myself. It's always kind of like, oh, there might be someone better, etc. Anyways, onto the story. I used to play goalkeeper in soccer, and I was pretty good. What I mean by this is that we had our school team, we had our first 11 team. I ended up making it into the team, but as a goalkeeper, there's only one position that you can play at a time. And as a goalkeeper, there was someone who was better than me. We were in the same year level, no hate, disrespect to anyone, but yeah, he was simply better than me, and that's just how it was. And I thought, with my mindset, I thought, well, I'm never going to be better than this person. And this is really disappointing, as I ended up stopped trying. I didn't really care, because I just thought, well, what's the point of me trying? What's the point of me improving? Because this person's always going to be better than me. And ultimately, it's the reason why I quit playing soccer for school in the first team, and in the first place I ended up quitting, is because I thought, well, what's the point? I'm never going to play for the school properly. I got a couple minutes because the coach felt bad for me because I sat on the bench for my first year playing, and I just thought in my head, wow, there's really no point of me playing, and what's the point of me improving, because this person's always going to be better than me, they're going to get picked before me. What ended up happening is that the coach ended up picking another goalkeeper after like 2 years time, because the player decided not to play or whatever, or he fell out of favour with the coach. I don't know the details, but another goalkeeper ended up playing, and that probably could have been me, to be honest. But the unfortunate thing is, because I had my negative mindset the whole time, I didn't really improve at all, and I thought, well, what's the point of improving? And I feel like this is applied to so many people's lives, is that they have a scarcity mindset, thinking that, oh, there's only a certain amount of success that can happen, etc. There's only a certain amount of money to go around, or only a certain amount of, let's be honest here, there's an abundance. You gotta have an abundance mindset. For me especially, I've got an abundance mindset now, thinking like there's unlimited money, there's unlimited success, there's unlimited etc. Unlimited things in the world for you to be successful in. But if you don't back yourself, or you think someone's better than you, then you're ultimately going to fail. And I end up failing, I end up quitting, and yeah, it's kind of embarrassing, the fact that I just quit, because I enjoyed it and stuff like that, but it's just quite sad. The point of this story that I'm trying to make, if I haven't made it clear enough to you guys, is that in order for you to be successful, you have to back yourself at the end of the day. You have to believe and have self-belief that you can achieve your goals, you can achieve whatever you want. Because if you don't have this self-belief, and you don't think you can improve, or you don't think there's much point of you trying, you're ultimately going to fail. Whatever it is, whether it's your job, whether it's your success, whether it's working out in the gym, it's simple as that. If you don't back yourself, if you don't think you can actually do the task at hand, or you think someone's better than you or whatever, you're going to fail. Because everyone who backs themselves, 99.9% of the time, they end up succeeding. And that's what I feel like no one talks about, or especially I don't hear anything about it, that you gotta just have this self-belief and this self-worth to drive yourself to success, because ultimately it's your mindset that's gonna change. I think ultimately your mindset is the most important factor. If that is not correct, if it's not in the right shape or form, it's not gonna work. And I'm gonna share another story with you guys, And this was just the other week for me that I thought like this. I had this thought come into my head thinking there's no way people actually think like this, but in reality, most people in life will think like this. So I was doing my soccer team, old Coles training for my old school, and we were doing this exercise where for 3 minutes we'd run 100 meters back and forth as many times within the 3 minutes. And I thought, yeah, that's cool. It's a good fitness thing to show the coach how we improve over time. And I ended up running and I did 875 meters, which is decent or whatever. I was pretty happy with that. It was the best out of everyone. But the simple fact is, I told the coach and he said, oh damn, that's really good. You sure you want to say you got 875? Why don't you just say you got 850? And I thought in my head, there's no way people actually think like this now. I used to think like this, but as an adult now, I expect people to think that if they don't push themselves or don't maximize or try as hard as they can, they're not going to be successful. And another thing, one of my mates told me, oh yeah, I didn't really try. He said he did maybe 600 meters, but he wasn't really trying because he said, over the time, I'm going to improve or whatever. But ultimately, that person's not really going to improve at all. They're not going to improve themselves. In the coach's eyes, they might improve by 200 meters. But in my opinion, they're not improving because if they could run 800 meters to start with, they're not going to improve. And this is what I feel like a lot of people do in life. They just do the bare minimum, and it's really sad that they don't put in maximum effort in everything they do. And I understand some things you're not going to put maximum effort in. Am I really going to put maximum effort in for a job that I'm earning minimum wage? Probably not, no. Am I going to put maximum effort into this YouTube channel? 100%. Am I going to put maximum effort into something when I'm working out, or if I'm building a business, or etc.? I'm going to put 100% maximum effort into it, and I'm going to try as hard as I can. But a lot of people just don't try hard enough, and I think it's a really interesting belief or whatever that people have. It's like, oh well, someone else is going to be successful, I'm not really cut out for it. It's just people being losers at the end of the day. And if you can't back yourself and you don't have the personal belief, you're just a loser and you're not going to succeed in life. And I'm saying this now is because I want to look back on this in 3 months and 6 months to see if I have actually improved and to see the amount of success I've had. So the following week I did the same running exercise and I ended up improving by 100 more meters. So now with this self-belief thinking, okay, well, if I can improve by 100 meters the first time, I'm going to improve by 75 or 50 meters the next time. And each time I'm still going to improve because I'm putting maximum effort in. And I think once you realize that you can actually achieve something, it's all just your mindset. It all comes down to your mindset, and it's your brain getting in the way from what you can actually achieve. This is especially true when you're doing running, for example. And this is the reason why I love running so much, is that when you're running, when you're doing distance running or whatever you're doing, when you're pushing yourself, I always think to myself, okay, why am I slowing down? I'm slowing down because my brain says I need to slow down because my legs are sore. Well, I can push through the pain that my legs are sore. And this is said for a lot of things with like business, etc., or your success, or to make money or whatever. You just got to push through the pains for success. And if you're ultimately not pushing through all the difficulties you have in your life, you're not going to succeed. You see all these super successful people, they always have a difficult thing or a difficult event that happens to them. That's why they're super successful. They have all these things that happen to them, and it's how they respond to this hardship, and ultimately it's their mindset that allows them to respond to this and therefore be successful. So some goals, you guys can make your own goals at the end of this video, but for me, I just want to put some goals in place. It's like, I want to be 85 kilos lean by the end of this year. Obviously that's an achievable goal because I can back myself. Obviously I want to pass all my uni courses. I believe I can back myself in that. I can have 1,000 subs on this channel by the end of this year. I believe I can back myself, and I will do it. And it's simple. Write down 3 goals you actually want to do for this year, or achieve it, whether it's going to the gym, or making money, or finding success in school, etc. Every time you don't think you can achieve your goal, just ask yourself, why don't I think I can achieve my goal? Is it because I'm too tired, or is it because I'm too lazy, or is it because my arm's sore or whatever? And all these excuses, you just end up thinking, well, if my mindset is right, I will push through these excuses and I'll be able to achieve the goal. But I just genuinely think it's really important that you have this mindset where you believe in yourself and back yourself, because if you don't have this mindset, you're just gonna fail in life. And every successful person has this mindset that they believe in themselves. Anyways, boys, thanks for listening to the TED Talk. I'm out of here.